All right, so I'm going to discuss this is like before my iteration, what I want to do for my project. So basically this is I was going to do this text story one, but I really enjoyed this for some reason. So I'm probably going to do this again. I loved the idea of the Bible. So my plan for this one is to have two different browsers open, and I want to do the Old Testament and the New Testament in each one. And I want to compare what the popular words are in each one. Because the first thing I thought was, why isn't Jesus here when I first did this? And so it'd be cool to compare what words are popular in the Old Testament and the New Testament. Excuse me. And just see how they stack up to each other. See if there's any overlay. See if God is just as big. King, maybe. Jesus was the king of the Jews. But I feel like shall will be gone. Said would probably be there. But that would be cool to compare. So I really want to see how those stack up to each other. And then that'll just be two different texts. And the words over here will be those, but they'll be interesting. But it would be cool to also see how you can search let's see what God is. That'd be really interesting to see how many times God is mentioned in the New Testament as compared to the Old Testament. So he really actually looks we can solve that right now, because look at that. He just picks it up in the New Testament at the end at least. But yeah, so that was interesting. And then we could really compare Jesus versus God, not comparing them, but seeing who is really stacked up more and in each one. And then we can see the different vocabulary levels, see if that changes. But I don't think it will, because it's based on the document, how it was written, and I think they did that at a level that most people could read. And this is interesting. I missed this before. But anyways, yeah. So it'd just be cool to see. I want to compare the New Testament versus the Old Testament, find the differences in what words are used the most, and how often Jesus is prevalent, and maybe the disciples. And then there's also none of the prophets here in this. Maybe when we bump up the amount there will be many more. Ooh, touchscreen didn't work. But see, there's probably a prophet in there or something. But it would be really cool, and that's what I want to see. I want to compare the different things and just see how the Bible compares in itself to the Old Testament versus the New Testament. And I'm just very curious, so I'm going to give that a go. It's going to be hard to find. The document is literally 400 pages long, so it's just going to be a doozy to split it in half. So I might try to find a version that is the New Testament and the Old Testament. So there could be some error there, just based on the translations and whatnot. But I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be a lot of fun.